What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Itchy, and I just wanted to do a commentary because I hadn't done one of these in a while, and I figured that you guys might be interested to hear from me since I've really only been doing unboxings lately, and I kind of got away from doing commentaries. But I decided this is as good a time as any with some new Black Ops 2 news coming out, and I really want to just talk about a couple things in this video. One being next generation consoles, and two being the downloadable content that is gonna be becoming available for Xbox on April 16th, and us PlayStation and PC people will have to wait about a month afterwards to get it. So let's knock that one out first because it's easy. I will say this, I am pretty pleased with the DLC that's come out so far for Black Ops 2. I think overall it's been pretty good. Mirage is a good map for me. My favorite has been Grind, and I think Downhill is even pretty good. So overall, I've been pretty happy with the new maps. I was interested in what they were going to do this second time around, and I'm interested in the map studio. I'm also interested in the other two maps, one of which is something like an amphitheater, and the other one has a lot of glass and steep angles to walk on. So I'm super excited for both of those, and the lava, for all three of those, and the new stage with the lava. I don't know exactly what the name is, but I'm super excited with the constantly, or continually, because it's not constant, producing new content for us that pay so much for the game. Now let me expand on that just a little bit, because being honest, I think that the content should be, unless you buy the core game, I think that any downloadable content, if you buy a hardened edition or if you buy the care package, should be free. It makes no sense that I spent, and that a lot of you spent, $200 on the game, and we still got to pay another $50 for the DLC. I just think that's stupid, and shame on Treyarch for beating their people over the head. And I was playing a game the other night with a guy, and it never dawned on me until he said it, because I was complaining in the game about how stupid the game was because it was lagging and the lag compensation and stuff like that. And he said, don't stop complaining if you're going to keep playing it. And then I paused and said, you know what? He's right. I can't get mad at that because he's actually telling the truth. And ultimately, that's why Treyarch feels like they can screw us and so many of these other companies, because they know that there's not another strong second option out there. I mean, unless you want to play Battlefield 3, which is getting old at this point. Unless you want to play that, there's just not really another strong option in the first-person shooter arena that is just as good as what is the experience that we get with Call of Duty. So they know we're going to come back, and they know we're going to keep coming back regardless of whether we complain, so they're not going to fix certain things. And that's unfortunate because it really takes away from what could be an awesome game experience. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Black Ops 2 has been my favorite Call of Duty to date, just because the game has come to me easier. And that's for a number of reasons. One of those reasons is because I've just gotten better as a first-person gamer overall, but the second reason is because I just really like the color contrast and the map layout of this game. It just suits my play style, particularly on hardcore, and I never really played hardcore into this game. Now that's pretty much all I play as of this gameplay. That's all I've been playing. I've been really happy with it. So hopefully, as we transition in topic, a lot of the issues that I do have with Black Ops 2 get fixed in the next gen consoles. I hope they do away with lag compensation, and I know they're not, but I hope they do, because it's just getting to a point now where it's ridiculous. There is no fucking way I should be, as much as I pay for internet, I should be in a room with 1 bars and we still be playing the match and we're glitching and lagging all across the stage. That's just ridiculous, and it's so frustrating when you know someone with less gun skill kills you just based on the fact that there's some lag going on. And please let me know what you guys think about that, because one other thing I notice is that every time I get into a room of Master Prestiges, when it's a bunch of Master Prestige level players, the room is always really buggy and really laggy, and it's hard to tell who actually played through and got their Master Prestige the right way and who just hacked it to get it. So that does affect the quality of the game, and we migrate hosts every other game 2 or 3 times. Sometimes I get lost in the migration, sometimes my system freezes, and this is the first game that I played in a while that has made my system, the first game I played that I can remember that's got my PlayStation just freezing to the point that I have to emergency shut it off because it's just not responding. Let me know what you guys think about that. But you know, in the next generation, I would like to see this lag compensation thing done away with. I would also like to see a hardcore domination. I know, and I don't know why they hadn't included that yet, but that would be really cool, because the things I like about domination is it still relies on lag comp, but not nearly as much as standard domination and some of the other standard modes do. You know, 2 to 3 bullets and the person's dead. And I like that, and you can run through and you can cycle through your kill streaks a lot faster, and you can sure shot people, meaning you don't have to, you know, pray and spray. You can do a tap, hit them, keep moving. But I would really like to see a hardcore domination because I'm interested in how it would play, and I think it'd be a lot of fun, a lot of death and mayhem. So I hope that they, Treyarch or Infinity Ward, decides to include that in the next gen Call of Duty. As we talk about next gen consoles, Xbox, as of the recording of this video, has yet to announce their next gen system. A lot of speculation out there as to what it's going to be. I think we're not going to really find out anything concrete on either system outside of what we already know about the PlayStation 4 until after E3. But here's what I suspect. I suspect that both systems will come in at around $500 respectively. I think both systems will have a 500 gig hard drive starting. I don't expect them to ship with SSDs, which are solid state drives, even though that would be cool. I'm going to actually add my own SSD, about a 480 gig, just to, if it's still compatible, if the PlayStation, is still compatible with laptop hard drives. But who knows, they may go to some proprietary. But if everything works out the way I hope it does, I'm going to, you know, tinker in there and make it the best I can make it, my system, once I actually get it. But I do expect 500 gig as a starting ship, and I expect them to go all the way up to a terabyte in hard drive space. I expect the PlayStation Network to charge in some capacity this time around, and I expect the new Xbox to be a lot more similar to the new PlayStation than what people might think. I think both systems are going to be phenomenal for what they are, and it's ultimately going to come down to friend preference. I mean, I'm cool on PlayStation because most everybody I enjoy playing with plays on PlayStation. I have an Xbox, I never play it, and a lot of people say the same thing about PS3. They have both, and they use the PS3 as a Blu-ray player. They use the Xbox as their hangout with their friends, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. So ultimately, it's going to come down to preference as to which one you're going to buy. Me personally, I'm gonna probably end up buying both just because I'm a technology nerd and I just enjoy technology, and I'll be excited to see which exclusives I can get on one and not the other, and I'll do so and enjoy playing them. The dilemma that I'm currently having, and I want to know you guys' opinion on this too, this one's very important, is how many current generation games are you going to continue to buy? Because there's some great new titles coming out later this year, and in the next couple of weeks with Injustice Gods Among Us is coming out the 16th, I believe. So there's a lot of good games that are going to start rolling out for these old systems. And the question is, you know, how much more money are you going to invest in this generation tech when you know new tech is right around the corner, and word on the street is that neither the new PlayStation or the new Xbox will be compatible with the stuff we're using now, which will suck because for a lot of people you'll have games that are a month or two old that you won't be able to play anymore. And I haven't heard any concrete solution as to how either system's going to deal with that. If there's going to be some way to digitally download the material you already purchased, or if you can backwards compatible load it. Let me know what you guys think about that and the other topics I talked about today. Hopefully this is my first of many welcome back commentaries, and I'll get with you next time. Peace.